Many of you know I'm prone to my White Russians, but Triptych has released a couple very dude beers this summer, and I thought it would be appropriate for me to share all the ins and outs and facets. Triptych is a thriving microbrewery out of Champaign, Illinois, in the parlance of our times, and they've brewed a couple double IPAs in honor of the original dude. So I'll be reviewing these beers in the order of which they were released. I'd advise you to enjoy them both cold and responsibly. And remember, this is not a sponsored video. This is just like my opinion, man.
You're not into the whole brevity thing.
Well, I think you will be into it after this first beer, man. That whole brevity thing, released May 12th of 2022. It's rated at 8.2% ABV, uses Eureka, Simcoe, and Vic Street hops, Pilsner and Spelt for the malts, and it's infused with pineapple and dank lime. As you can see, the hazy IPA yeast really comes through here. It's an opaque gold. This beer is entirely in its element, man. Very sweet, almost like biting into a pineapple. It's very similar to the Distill Touch of Haze from their Deadhead series that I reviewed in my last beer review. Link in the description. Go check it out. It's good for your Johnson. But this is a great summertime beer. It would be great at a barbecue. The can actually says this time with fruit, which allows me to believe that maybe there's another beer by Triptych under the same namesake, maybe a prior brew. So if anybody knows about that or any other beers that you'd like me to try, leave a comment below. I love trying new beers.
That rug really tied the room together, did it not?
And I'd say this beer does just that, man, tying the room together. It was released June 8th of 2022, last month now. It's rated at 7.9 ABV. It was brewed with Cashmere, Strata, and Matuka hops, a favorite of mine. Uses oats, pills, and 2-row, and is infused with peach, apricot, and Cara oranges. As you can see from the pour, this beer is not as hazy as the last one despite the yeast. It's more of a translucent sunset color. And it's not as sweet, with a little bit more bite. This is, I'm sure, due in part to the presence of oats, but the Matuka hops really guide the flavor on this beer. It's very similar to the Hop Butcher beer Meet the Matukas, if any of you happen to be familiar with that one. It's an OG IPA, great beer for sipping on the beach or enjoying at the lanes. So, in conclusion, man, I'd say both these beers are worth a roll. At the time of this video, 4th of July is approaching, so I hope I've given you some helpful beverage advice. If you're a fan of the more sweet, citrusy notes of the typical hazy IPA, I'd say that whole brevity thing would be your thing. But if you like the more straightforward hoppiness of IPA, then tying the room together will do just that for your taste buds. But while you're at it, guys, why don't you take my LP record for a spin? The Denim Heart, available on my Bandcamp page, link in the description. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, thumbs down if you dislike it, and please consider subscribing if you enjoy my content. The dude abides.